Hey Red friend, today is the saddest day of our lives. A multi-champion warrior has left us in a tragic accident in Spain. Diogo Jota had just gotten married on June 22nd, leaving behind his wife and 3 kids. Diogo Jota was with his brother Andre Silva, who also passed away at the scene. Get all the details about this tragic accident. Meanwhile, Thomas Muller got involved in a controversy over Wirtz's signing. What does he have to do with other clubs' transfers? And look at what he had the nerve to say. And there's more, Taffarel was fired from Liverpool. That's right, Red friend, the goalkeeping coach who arrived in 2021 is out. Find out why he left. Finally, Liverpool agreed to the transfer of one of their defenders to Bayer Leverkusen. That's right, Red friend, news that shocked everyone. Watch until the end to understand everything. No more delays, let's get to the point. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and help us hit the goal of 1,000 subscribers. Hit the bell and let's go. Red fan, hold on to this news. Today heaven gained a number 20. Diogo Jota, our warrior, our striker with a Portuguese soul and an English heart, has left us. And he left in a way no one ever wanted to hear. In the early hours of this Thursday, 3rd, in Spain, we received news that feels unreal. News you read and want to tear apart. That makes the soul feel heavy as lead. Diogo Jota died in a car accident, along with his brother Andre, also a player, also a fighter on the pitch. They were on their way to England. You know why? To join Liverpool, to return home. Witnesses said the Lamborghini they were driving had a tyre blowout while overtaking another vehicle. He lost control, went off the road, and then, the car caught fire. When the rescue team arrived, it was already too late. And here we are, voices choked, trying to understand what happened to one of ours. A guy who gave his all wearing the Reds shirt, who celebrated every goal like a child, who carried our hope in the hardest moments. Jota was only 28 years old, and had 3 little kids. 3 little Reds who will now grow up with the memory of the hero their father was. The Portuguese Football Federation released a statement. Liverpool did too. But you know, no statement can truly express what it means to lose a player like this. A guy who came from Wolverhampton, who won Klopp over with grit, dedication, and that sharp goal-scoring instinct. A guy who carried the Liverpool spirit in his chest and who, in 2024-25, lifted the Premier League trophy with us. It's tough. It's heartbreaking. It's way too heavy. And you know what hurts the most, that it's been less than 2 weeks since he married his lifelong partner, Ruth Cardoso. He had just said I do, gathered his family, promised a future. And that future has now turned into longing. Diogo Jota has left us. But here, in the stands of Anfield, in our memories of every goal, in every shout of "You'll never walk alone," he will always be present. Always. Today football mourns. Today the world feels emptier. But today, above all, Liverpool mourns one of its own. We will never forget. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. Direct report from Anfield. Hold on to this emotion. The pain is still here, pounding in the chest of every Red spread across the world. But today Anfield showed it's more than just a stadium. It's home. It's an altar. It's the heart beating for those who wear this sacred shirt. Diogo Jota has left us. But not alone. He was carried by songs, flowers, red jerseys, and memories left at the gates of the most sacred temple of English football. From the early morning hours, Liverpool fans began to gather. No call, no organisation. Just the instinct of those who know one of ours needed one last embrace. Fans of all ages, in silence, in tears, laid down number 20 jerseys, scarves, photos, and notes. Flowers covered the ground as if Anfield itself was crying in red. But what truly shook the place was the song, that anthem we sang at the top of our lungs every time he ran down the left wing with that hunger for goals. Oh, his name is Diogo. He wears number 20. He will lead us to victory. And when he's running down the left side, he cuts inside and scores for Liverpool. He's a boy from Portugal. Better than Figo, don't you know? It's impossible to hear that today and not cry. A fan left those lyrics carved on a wreath of flowers and wrote with strength, "You will forever be a Red." And so it is. Because here at Anfield, no one walks alone. Not in life, and not after it. Jota passed alongside his brother Andre in a brutal accident on the A52 highway in northern Spain. The tragedy was sudden, cruel, and impossible to accept. But faced with this, the fans responded as only Reds can, with unity, with memory, with love. Liverpool, Atletico de Madrid, and all the clubs that once had the privilege of seeing this talent with the ball at his feet paid tribute. But it was here, on the walls of Anfield, where mourning became poetry. If you close your eyes right now, you will hear it. The song keeps echoing through the red bricks. Number 20 keeps running down the left. And the goal will always be his. Diogo Jota, you are eternal. Eternal red. Diogo Jota, our number 20, tragically passed away in a car accident in Spain alongside his brother Andre Silva. But before saying goodbye, he left behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. Jota's story is one that makes us believe in the impossible. He began at Gondomar Sport Clube, a nursery of young dreamers in Portugal. It was there that the boy with a deadly shot and a giant personality started writing his journey. In June, the club posted an emotional tribute after another title with Portugal, saying, "You are part of our history." And that was true. Jota moved on to Paços de Ferreira, where he caught the eyes of Europe. Atletico Madrid signed him, but it was at Porto and later Wolverhampton that he gained real experience. There, he was a championship winner and a key figure in Wolves' return to the Premier League, with the ball at his feet and goals in his blood. But in 2020, his path led him to the place where he was born to shine, Liverpool. Klopp saw him, wanted him, and the club invested heavily, €44.7 million, because talent like that speaks for itself. Here, he reached his peak. He played 182 games, scored 65 goals, and won important trophies. Premier League 24/25, FA Cup 2022, 2 League Cups, 2022 and 2024. With the Portuguese national team, he also shined alongside stars like Cristiano Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva. He was twice a Nations League champion, the latest just this June. In total, he earned 49 caps and scored 14 goals for Portugal. He was both the present and the future of Portugal. A rising idol who still had much to give, on and off the pitch. He had just gotten married, was a father of 3, and was preparing for another season with the Reds. But fate took him away too soon. Diogo Jota was more than just a forward. He was passion, dedication, he was Liverpool. And now, his name is forever engraved in our history. Because at Liverpool, legends never die. They live on in the roar of the fans, in that sharp cut inside, in the celebration of an impossible goal. And you, fan, what is the most unforgettable memory you'll keep of our eternal number 20? According to CBS, veteran Thomas Müller didn't stay quiet in the face of the bombshell that shook the European transfer market. The arrival of young Florian Wirtz at Liverpool for no less than €150 million, more than 960 million Brazilian reals, the highest amount ever paid by an English club. And look, Red fan, while much of Europe was left stunned by the Reds' investment, Müller decided to throw that classic jab at modern football. In a candid interview, the Bayern idol said, "What is 150 million? It's surreal. It's just a number between clubs. Who can really imagine what 150 million means? You can't have Neymar, but you can plant a lot of trees with that." Tree planting aside, Müller wanted to highlight a point that's been bothering a lot of people: the astronomical amounts circulating in today's football. But let's be honest, fan, when it comes to strengthening Liverpool with one of the greatest talents of the new German generation, every cent is worth it. And it's not just me saying that. Right in the middle of his criticism, Müller dropped a big compliment. Florian fits anywhere. He's not just a very good player, but also very strong mentally. And that's exactly what our midfield needs: a cool head, skill on the ball, and personality. Wirtz is the kind of player who arrives to wear the shirt and make history, like Gerrard, like Alonso, like Henderson. At 22 years old, the kid already has star-quality vision and a composure worthy of a veteran. He stood out at Bayer Leverkusen and impressed with the German national team at the Euros. No wonder giants like Real Madrid, Bayern, and City were watching him. But Liverpool got him, because here the shirt carries weight and the project speaks louder. And let's be honest, fan, if there's a team that knows how to turn a gem into a legend, it's ours. Klopp isn't here anymore, but the legacy continues. And now with Wirtz arriving to lead the new era at Anfield, who doubts more trophies will come? But what about you, fan? Do you think 960 million Brazilian reals for Wirtz is madness or vision for the future? According to the official Liverpool FC source, a remarkable chapter has come to an end at Anfield with the departure of a true football icon. Taffarel, the eternal number 1 of the 1994 World Cup winning Brazil team, is no longer the Reds' goalkeeping coach. The club announced on Wednesday the exit of the Brazilian, who had been with the team since November 2021, along with the departure of German Fabian Ort, amid a restructuring in the goalkeeping department. And, fan, even though he never wore the Reds shirt as a player, Taffarel honoured the Liverpool badge with all the experience of someone who stood between the posts in 3 World Cups. He played a key role in developing Alisson Becker, who continued to grow and establish himself as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And that's no exaggeration, it's a fact. His departure coincides with the club's announcement of Xavi Valero's return, who takes over as the new head of the goalkeeping department. Valero, who previously worked at Liverpool and came from West Ham, arrives to lead a new phase in the department, now under the direction of Arne Slot. Remember, Taffarel was not just a name behind the scenes. He arrived with the full backing of Jurgen Klopp, who saw in the Brazilian a pillar for creating a goalkeeper philosophy at the club. A concept blending positioning, game reading, and of course, the calm of someone who knows what it's like to decide a World Cup on penalties. Even outside the club, Taffarel remains the goalkeeping coach for the Brazilian national team, where he continues to work closely with Alisson. A connection that crosses clubs and countries, and, let's be honest, has also helped Liverpool reap rewards. Taffarel leaves the club after being part of the victorious 2024-25 Premier League campaign, the latest glory experienced on the Reds bench. That's no small feat. And now, fan, with a new coaching staff, new manager, and new leadership behind the scenes, what can we expect for the future of our Wall Alisson and the goalkeeper training at Anfield? According to official information from Bayer Leverkusen, the sale of another Liverpool Academy product has been confirmed. The 22-year-old defender Jarell Quansah is leaving Anfield and will join the current German champions starting in the 2025-26 season. The fee? No less than £35 million, or about 263 million Brazilian reals. That's a hefty amount for a young player who hasn't even reached his peak, and who, for many fans, was seen as the future of our defence. The news caught a large part of the fanbase by surprise. After all, Quansah wasn't just another name on the roster. He came from our own academy, developed at Melwood, and polished like a Van Dijk project in progress. He made it to the first team, played 58 games, scored 3 goals, and showed an impressive attitude. He didn't back down in big matches, stood up to tough forwards, and had great game reading, all at just 22 years old. But, as we know, modern football has its realities. The sporting project matters, but the financial side matters even more. And Leverkusen, who already made a mark in last season's Champions League, including against Liverpool, came back strong to the market. They saw Quansah as a talent ready to explode, and didn't hesitate to spend big. Simon Rolfs, director of the German club, was straightforward about the defender's arrival. He already made an impressive impact on Liverpool's defence, which is dominated by world-class players. With Jarell, our defence gains significant dynamism, pace, and tackling resilience. He is another crucial building block for the future. Quansah himself, calm and aware of the importance of this step, said, "I got a good impression of the team and the club when they faced Liverpool in last season's Champions League. It's a big task and a big challenge for me to be part of Leverkusen's current phase of growth. And we need to say, this isn't an isolated deal. It's the third transaction between Liverpool and Leverkusen in this transfer window alone. First, Liverpool spent big to sign Florian Wirtz, the biggest gem in German football. Then, they secured Jeremy Frimpong to reinforce the right-back position. Now, Leverkusen strikes back, taking one of the most valuable prospects from Anfield's academy. So it's not just buying and selling. It's a philosophy exchange. It's rebuilding. It's betting on the present with an eye on the future. With Arne Slot's arrival, squad changes are accelerating. What's taking shape is a revamped Liverpool, with new ideas, new stars, and inevitably, some painful departures, like this one. Quansah might be one of those names we only truly appreciate when we see him shine elsewhere. Because, let's be honest, fan, a defender with personality, physical strength, technical foundation, and club identity isn't found on every street corner. And Leverkusen knows exactly what they are getting. Now the question remains, did Liverpool make the right call selling Quansah for 263 million Brazilian reals? Or did they let go of a diamond before it was fully polished? Time will tell. But until then, Red fan, what would your decision be if you were in the director's shoes? Pre-Gunter a ChatGPT.